Things are happening in the world, and most of them are COVID-19. I set up an interview with a manager from a hotel right here in Arizona. It's the Sheridan Crescent in Phoenix. Our interview is today. Hi,
Hi, Gianna.
how are you doing today?
Good, thank you. Thanks for mixing up my day, making it interesting. Go ahead.
So I thought we could start with like your specific job title
Sure.
and how it's affecting you first.
Okay. So I'm the general manager of the hotel. So my responsibilities are all the departments and all the associates. We have, when we were, and March was our busiest time. In the first couple of weeks of March, we had about 125 associates on the payroll. And today, I think there may be about 18.
Wow.
But it's hard because you have connections with all of these people, and you know that, you just know the struggles that they're going through financially and with their kids being schooled at home. So all those things. So that's obviously a huge impact. And
Right.
so certainly the business, the reason there's such, there are furloughs for all those people or no work, we can't schedule them because our business has, I would say in the first couple of weeks of March, we ran about, I would say, anywhere between 85 to 95% occupancy. And now we're month to date in April, I think we're at like 17 or 18%.
Are you still letting people check in?
Yes, but that is a very, very different experience.
Right.
So, in the hotel business, we're very welcoming. And the thing about a hotel, it's a 24/7 business. So when you open up a hotel, they say you throw away the key because it's always open. And we're in hospitality, so we're always welcoming. So now when you come to the hotel, instead of a welcoming, one of the first things that you see on the door of the hotel is a stop sign that says stop. And it says underneath that particular signage says, if you are experiencing any of these symptoms of COVID-19, please see a doctor immediately, and you're unable to enter the hotel.
Right.
At the same time, our doors are always open, but now they're 24/7, it's on lockdown. So a guest has to ring the bell, and then someone comes to the door. And we also have another sign. It says, if you can enter if you're a registered guest or if you have a reservation. If you don't have a reservation, please call, and it says the number to make a reservation, because we're trying to limit the number of unqualified people. Our business is low, like it is now. It's supply and demand, and so there's not a lot of demand, so we have to lower our rates. And by lowering rates, we bring in a different clientele, and there's a criminal element. And so again, to protect our staff and the other guests, I developed a sign that says, registered guests only will need to see your key, and only 2 adults per room and no visitors.
Yeah. Just because I think like things are evolving everywhere in every type of business, but I think the hotel business especially it is a different ball game in terms of like human interaction, because even like everything down to the rooms is like things are shared, like the sheets and everything.
Right.
It's have you guys put in any sort of like new sanitary precautions or
That's really good. Yeah, no, I'll speak to that. That's a very good point. So there's several things that we've done. First of all, you can imagine our room attendants, our housekeepers are totally nervous about going into a guest room, not knowing who that guest is.
Yeah.
One is, we do not, if you're staying for 3 or 4 nights, we're not going into the room until after, how normally you can get service to your room every day. We won't service the room. We'll bring towels and things like that to you, but we're not cleaning the room. And when you check out, there is 24 hours before we will allow a housekeeper to go into that room and clean, because that gives, I guess, time for potentially the disease, if something was contaminated, that it would not live anymore.
Right, because it only stays on surfaces for X amount of time.
Right. So we're giving the housekeepers less rooms to do in an 8-hour shift in order for them to do a more thorough job.
Right.
So those are and then throughout the hotel, where people are wearing gloves.
How many of these precautions do you think will stick just based on the hotel itself? Do you think you're going to have those signs up for a while, or what kind of things could benefit it long term and some things that have to stick long term?
Well, I think, in our business, not only, the most important things to a guest in hospitality, other than, providing a memorable experience and being hospitable, is having a clean, just clean.
Absolutely.
So right. So this is heighten our awareness. I mean, that's our business, to be clean. So now, we're all learning ways to be cleaner. So I think that'll be a good thing. When the economy's down, you have to operate a business with less people and less resources. So you learn certain things. You learn that you can do more with less sometimes. And so when things get better, you may be able to, you find out productivity, improvement things. So
right.
That's kind of a good thing out of it. It's me and 3 other managers, me and 3 other managers on the property, and then my sales manager, and she's one of 9 on our sales team, including admins. She's working from home. So I am actually, I'm cooking. I haven't cooked since I was a senior in college. I grew up cooking, in high school and college, but I haven't worked in a commercial kitchen since I was in college. I came up through food and beverage. So I used to be a food and beverage director. I was a corporate food and beverage guy with Starwood Hotels. So I know food, but I haven't been hands-on cooking in so long. And when you only have a few people, so tonight we'll have one person at the front desk, we'll have an engineer on, me cooking, and then this guy, Robbie, who's a security, bellman, like anything, like if a guest needs something, just running. But it's me and Robbie. Robbie will run the food up to each of the kids into their room. And so you just have to, work with what you got.
Right.
And it's good. But you know what? And I, as a general manager, I have to stay really positive and understand what people are going through at home, and
absolutely,
just show them that I'm doing all these measures to keep them safe, and that's really important to them.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for doing that. And everything that's happening right now is probably so crazy, but you are one of the heroes, even though you're not a doctor or anything, but you're still in your workforce and you're still keeping people safe. And thank you for talking to me today. That means so much. And
thank you.
Yes, really nice. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.